Need you to keep it up. The more comfortable you are with our schemes, the better our defense will be for it. And all season, we'll just keep improving.
I got you, Coach. We'll make it happen today.
Okay, let's have a good practice.
I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name of who got a better flow.
Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers.
The Cowboys defense getting prepared to go to work here in this second week of the preseason. And we'll see how this group can perform, and in particular, this man at corner.
And last week was a first learning experience in that first preseason game. Now the big question, once you've analyzed the film and such, can you continue to get better and get yourselves as a unit ready for the regular season?
On first down, it's Herbert.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Herbert on first down now.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Herbert. Ebron caught left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Herbert now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
That's what they're looking for him to do once the season begins. They brought him in as a free agent to try and solidify their defensive backfield, and good coverage there leads to the interception.
The Cowboy defense ready to go again. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Osa Odighizuwa.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Up the middle with Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they...
The Dallas defense back out there. They'll look for the stop here in the first quarter of a tie ball game.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down. The Cowboy defense ready to go again. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. On first down, Justin Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert finding Williams once more, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. The Dallas defense back out there. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The throw over the middle taken in. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now it's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. From the 50, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And the Cowboy defense ready to go again. They had the pick six a moment ago. What a play that was by their veteran corner. And now they're back out to defend once more. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. Following a good pickup of 8. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
touchdown! Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Bring it up, touchdown on the snap. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have crab with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food, flow, and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing now. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it call for the tab, extra with the band. Young Crystal King, better add extra under that. Woo! I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a parody. Okay, 1-on-1 ain't no comparing me. Okay, wait, 2-on-2, that's like 4, they be sharing me. Okay, they working like the rent do. Rent got them doing, that's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. snake tendency. Let's go.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy. Off the top,
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium, in Arlington, Texas. It's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys defense ready to go here in this final tune-up before the start of the regular season. And one of the guys who will need to play well is this man in his 5th NFL season in the defensive backfield.
And this is one final opportunity to make sure you've got everything under control out there. This is all about finding that comfort level because you certainly don't want to be learning on the job once the season gets underway in a couple of weeks.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Here's Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. They look to throw. It's Lock. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They run it with Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
This is Carson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Dallas defense back out there. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a first down. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Lock's throw caught here by Metcalf. Lock fighting Metcalf for the Seattle first.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they were just...
The Cowboy defense ready to go again. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Locke. He's got a man complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
He's tough to contain as it is, but it may...
The Dallas defense back out there. They'll start by looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still... nice to know that he's still got it.
Now it's Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now they'll run the jet sweep with Atwell.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play It can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw it is Locke. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
As largely been the air attack that's gotten them down.
The Cowboy defense ready to go again. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Locke's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield, here's Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Locke. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now here's a throw that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 30 on 2nd down, Locke, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Locke working out of the gun. He's got his tight end Fant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun, it's Locke. Touchdown, Seahawks. Freddie Swain. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the lock.
The Dallas defense back out there. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter, here we go. The Cowboy defense ready to go again. They hold the lead here in this third quarter, but every drive important in a one-score game as this one begins 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Carson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Dallas defense back out there. They'll see what they can do and try to force a stop. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Locke to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Shotgun snap to Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Locke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Locke again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. The Cowboy defense ready to go again. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say...